Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is a highly requested video. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my skincare routine as well as how I prep my skin for makeup application. Let me just tell you what my skin is like first so you have an idea of what my skin type is. I have combination skin, so I tend to get oily around my forehead, in my cheek area, and then I'm pretty normal everywhere else, and there will be times when I'll also feel a little bit dry around my mouth area as well. I tend to get a bit of forehead bumps as well as dry flaky patches that tend to happen on my forehead. That's something I've had for God knows how long, so it's something that I'm kind of used to. I also have some sun damage, I have some sunspots, enlarged pores, and of course some dark spots from breakouts. Other than that, my skin is pretty okay. So I want to share with you what I've been using for the last few months, and I've really been enjoying the skincare routine. So let's just dive right in. When it comes to cleansing, I prefer a double cleanse, especially if I'm wearing sunscreen or makeup. Both of those situations, I'll first go in and actually take everything off with a balm cleanser. It removes makeup beautifully. It's so easy to use. It has this little compartment where you can store your little spatula, and it's well thought out. It's an amazing product. I think I've purchased this probably like 8 times by now. I'm losing count on how many times I've purchased this product. So if you can get this, I highly recommend. It's affordable, it's effective, 10 out of 10. The other cleanser that I've been using lately, and this is a little bit more expensive, this cleanser right here from Lovinah. So this is a green beauty brand. The product is called Lovinah Power Vitamin C Multi-Purpose Cleansing Balm, and this is what it looks like. It has a red consistency, and wow, now this is a bit of a therapeutic experience and a bit of a luxury experience because first of all, this smells exquisite. Yeah, it smells divine. It smells like berries and guavas, and I have never smelled something like this before. That's so beautiful. I think it also is a little bit nostalgic for me because it kind of reminds me of my childhood. When I used to live in India, I used to eat a lot of guavas. I used to love guavas. So the fact that this smells a little bit like guava, it's a little bit nostalgic. So I think there's that factor as well. I kind of reserve this for days when I'm maybe really tired, or days I want a little bit of a pick-me-up and I want something that's a little bit therapeutic almost. And so I take my time with this product. I'll scoop some out, rub it between my fingers, apply it all over my face, and I'll just take my time with it. The best thing to do with this product is to leave it on your skin for a little bit, because what I find with this product is it actually brightens your skin, not only like straight after, but the next day in the morning I will see a visible difference, and I'll see that it actually has brightened my skin. And that generally happens if you give this product some time and let it sit on your skin. So sometimes, even if I don't have any makeup on or anything like that, I'll use it like a mask. I'll pop this on my face and just leave it for about 15 minutes. And then I will just slowly give myself a bit of a facial massage and just really enjoy the experience. So yes, this is not a necessary product because it is expensive, especially for a makeup cleanser. You don't need to spend this kind of money. I mean, this is amazing, so I would say get this. But if you're looking for a luxury cleanser, if you're looking for something a little bit different and you're wanting a bit of an experience, oh. So for my second cleanse, using 2 products, and I'll talk you through both, but this is from the same brand as my other cleanser I showed you. This is from Heimish, All Clean Facial Cleanser. I love this because it gets rid of everything. You also need just the smallest amount of product because it really foams up. I would not recommend this for dry skin. I don't think it will work for dry skin because you're going to need something a little bit more creamy and hydrating. But for normal combo oily skin types, highly recommend. I've really enjoyed this and I love how long it lasts. Then I've also been using the Youth to the People cleanser. This is the kale plus green tea spinach vitamin superfood cleanser. This is very popular, so of course I'm pretty sure everybody knows about this. Finally tried it and it's beautiful. I think the hype around this is probably true because I've really enjoyed it. It's a very gentle cleanser. It has a very light scent. It doesn't foam up a lot, but what I tend to do is pop some on my palm, give it a good rub, because that's when you'll get that foam, and then apply it to your face. If you just massage it in on your face, you're really not going to see any foam. That might be a little bit dissatisfying depending, the type of person you are. And so I do generally like foam. So what I would do is I'll put it all over my palm, and then I'll go in. So when my face is clean, next I want to talk to you about an exfoliation device that I've been using for the last 7 to 8 weeks. Now this is from the brand called W Skin. So the exfoliation device comes in a little packaging like this. This is what the exfoliation device looks like. Now this device was sent to me by this brand. And the interesting thing with this brand was I had a lot of conditions. So when I accept products from a brand, I generally have conditions that I send to them. So things like, for example, if I don't like your product, I'm not going to do a video on it, and I'm not going to recommend it. Of course, I can send it back to you. So things like that, I'm very clear and upfront. And what I loved about this brand is they were so easy to engage with. They came back and said, hey, that's not a problem. We are very confident about our device. And so if you don't like the product, that's okay. You can just keep the device. And that gave me a little bit of a confidence, because to be honest, I've been responding to quite a few brand emails, and when I say what my conditions are, most of the time brands don't respond back to me, just because what they're expecting is a video from sending me their product. They don't want to potentially take the risk that I'm not going to like it and not going to recommend it. And for me, I have a review-based channel, so that's really important to me. So anyway, all that aside, I have loved this exfoliation device. This is actually a hydrofacial device. For me, I have done hydrofacials in the past in a salon. They've been really great, but they're very expensive. So facials is type of thing that I do now and then when I want to pamper myself. I don't regularly get facials done. What I enjoy about this device is that you do get a bit of that hydrofacial effect. Not completely, of course, because it's an at-home device, but you do get that beautiful exfoliation from this product. So this device comes with a few of these nozzles, so they are different sizes. So depending on what area of the face you want to work on, there's a smaller size that's for the nose, a big one for the forehead, and then a medium sized one for the face. And you can kind of change them quite easily. You can just pop these right off. While I've been using this for quite some time now, what I've really enjoyed with this product is that it makes exfoliation really easy. I have only exfoliated like once a week with this product. Normally I do it about twice a week, but when using this device, I only ever needed to do it once a week. It gives you an instant result where it smooths out the skin, so almost like a physical exfoliator, whereas after using it, you will feel like you have smooth skin. If you apply your makeup after using this device, the makeup's gonna glide and just look beautiful, because you don't have any of those rough textures or anything like that. It does really smooth the skin straight away. Another benefit to this is that the solution that you use with this product, the solution, I have already used this up, but this is the bottle that the solution comes in. This solution has niancinamide, I'm pretty sure, and salicylic acid. And salicylic acid is great. What I've noticed with this device is that, yes, you get an instant effect, but you also get this effect 3 days later, or like 2 days, like third day. On the third day, my skin looks amazing. A lot of the forehead bumps are gone. My flaky texture that I get on my forehead is gone. And my makeup applies so much better. 1 week later I use it again, so I can kind of maintain those results. You don't need a device like this for exfoliation. I'm going to share with you other products that I've used that I've really enjoyed that are great for exfoliation. So you don't need to spend this kind of money for an exfoliation device. But if you are someone who's looking for an exfoliation device, I think this is a really good one, especially if you have skin concerns like I do. For example, flakiness, dryness, and sort of like those bumps you get on your skin. I think probably from oil production, this really helps with that. I think the biggest difference that I've seen with this product is my forehead bumps have reduced, and my flakiness on my forehead is almost gone. That's amazing, because even if I normally use my normal exfoliants like the Paula's Choice 2% BHA, which I'll talk about in a minute, this one will remove forehead bumps as well, and it will remove that flakiness. But with this device, I think what's happening is that you get a physical exfoliation as well as a chemical exfoliation. So you're getting 2 in 1. And I think it's that combination that really gives me a little bit of a longer lasting results than just using a liquid exfoliant. And so all I've been doing is using this once a week, and that is it. I don't really have bumps on my forehead. I don't have texture or like flaky skin on my forehead. My skin tends to be smooth. I love it. I really love it. But yeah, overall, very happy with this. Another great thing with this product is that if you don't want to use their solution, you don't have to. So you can actually just DIY your own solutions. You can get your own liquids and pop that in here and then use the device. So this one solution will last you for 5 weeks if you use it every week. Now, if you have dry skin, by the way, they do recommend that you only use it once in 2 weeks instead of using it weekly. So I do have an affiliate link and a code for this product if you do choose to purchase it using my link or the code. Just know that I will be making a small commission. Of course, you will not be charged any extra for that. So the coupon code for this device is Rashi, so it's my first name, RASHI 15, and you get 15% off this device, which is really good because again, this device is expensive. So the biggest tip, to be honest, that I can give you is actually just having a consistent skincare routine with products that are actually effective for your specific skin type. That is the main thing. Buying devices like these is really the next step when you already have an established and well-rounded skincare routine. And if you want to step up your game a little bit, try something that's very convenient. You only need to exfoliate once a week, then I think this is really good. But don't rely on products like these as a miracle solutions. They are not miracle solutions. And I had really great skin even before this device, so that is really important. So before I was testing out that device, I was being very careful just to make sure that I was only using the device and no other exfoliating products because I really wanted to test it. So before that, I've been using these 2 exfoliating products, and both of which I really love and highly recommend. So first one is the Paula's Choice 2% BHA salicylic acid. Now, I used to use the ordinary 2% salicylic acid and I really enjoyed the ordinary, but after trying the Paula's Choice, I think the Paula's Choice is better. Let me tell you why. The ordinary, whenever I tried it, I had to be very careful and use just a small amount and kind of like build tolerance for my skin, because if I used a little bit too much, it would give me redness and irritation on my cheeks. So that was the problem with the ordinary. Of course, you can work around that by just using a small amount or kind of mixing it with your moisturizer, and that way you can just make sure that you're not going to get irritation. Now, what I love about the Paula's Choice is that I don't have to do that. I don't get irritation with this product. I just put it on a cotton pad and I swipe it all over my face, wait a couple of minutes just for the product to absorb, and then I go in with my hydrating serums. This works like beautifully. It works really well in kind of removing some of that texture, removing those skin bumps as well as the dry patches. It is fantastic on breakouts. It's just amazing. It's an amazing product and I hands down will repurchase this again. I don't think I'll be purchasing the ordinary because yes, this is more expensive, but I don't have to kind of tiptoe around it. I don't have to be super careful with it because it's not irritating. Of course, don't use too much of it because when I pop this into here, I used too much of this and then yes, it was irritating. There's one interesting thing about this product. Probably after an hour and a half, I start to feel my skin feeling a bit stretched and a little bit tight. And so I have to then go in and apply a really hydrating moisturizer on top so that my skin can feel a little bit comfortable. And that's probably the only downside from this product is that you do feel that tightness. But considering I get such great results from it, I don't mind that. So any of you who's acne prone, breakout prone, clogged pores, anything like that, I highly recommend this product. And the other exfoliant I've been trying is this beautiful product. So this is a green beauty brand. This is called Nini Organics and this is their Rain Hydrating Essence. Oh my God. This is beautiful. It's beautiful. It does have a scent. It actually has a very light, almost cucumber scent This is a beautiful product. This has lactic acid, and I don't find that this irritates my skin. I can kind of spritz my face with it, and it beautifully exfoliates without exfoliating too much, just a little bit. Gentle. You know, you get that luxury experience because the mist in this is really fine, the scent is divine, and overall a fantastic product. You definitely see more glowy, almost even more hydrated skin the next day. So I've really enjoyed this, and I wasn't using this while I was trying out the device, but now that I'm finished testing the device, I'm gonna go back to using this as well. This is lovely. Oh my god, this brand, I've been stalking their website because I have another product from them that's also really beautiful, and I really want to try more stuff from them. By the way, for those of you who've seen my last year's video where I did everything fragrance free, you might be a little bit confused as to what's happening in this video. Last year I wanted to experiment and just try fragrance free products. This year I wanted to try something different, so I'm not so concerned about fragrance. For this year, what I really want to try is actually green beauty brands. So really, those are the two exfoliation products that I've been using, that I see results from, and I would purchase again. I've also been using the Paula's Choice 10% niacinamide. So niacinamide is one of those ingredients that I feel like I need to use pretty much on an ongoing basis. This really helps with my enlarged pores, and that's really the main reason why I use this. Now, I know niacinamide has a lot of benefits, but for me, the most visible result that I get from using 10% niacinamide is really the difference in my pores, because my pores don't look so huge. Now, it does take some time before you see results from a product like this. I would say 4 weeks. After consistently using 10% niacinamide, whether it's this one or another brand, it takes about 4 weeks to see results. Now, I used to use the Ordinary. I love the Ordinary's 10% niacinamide. I think it's fantastic. Now, the Paula's Choice ones is equally as good. I will say that in terms of effectiveness, I think both are the same. The Ordinary didn't give me irritation, but this doesn't give me irritation either. The really only difference I found is that the Ordinary is a little bit of a thicker, more like a gel-like consistency, whereas the Paula's Choice is quite watery and quite liquidy. That's really the only difference. So I would say just get the Ordinary one. But if you're, already going to be buying from Paula's Choice, this is definitely a good product. Right, next up, I want to talk about hydrating serums. I love using hydrating serums, and I have 3 here specifically that I want to talk about. First up is from Nini Organics. This is Crimson Beauty. This is a very beautiful hydrating serum. It is quite expensive. It is from Green Beauty. It has fragrance for sure. Oh my god, the fragrance is beautiful. I've seen this trend from Green Beauty. They love putting their fragrance in everything, and fragrance is really beautiful with some of these brands, and it kind of makes the experience a little bit special. Hydrating, and you can kind of notice the difference straight away. It also lasts actually a pretty good amount of time because I only need 1 pump of this, and it is quite a fluid texture. So when you use 1 pump, it will just spread easily all over the face. So you don't actually need to go in with another pump or anything like that. Now, I've also been loving the COSRX Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence. It's such a huge name. I'm almost out of this. Just the bare bones left now. I've been using this since last year, and this product works for me every single time. Anytime I needed a hydrating product, this works like a charm. It's not only affordable, it's very effective. It has an amazing ingredient list. I highly recommend this if you haven't tried it. The other one that I've also been loving is the Pyunkang Yul Moisture Ampoule. This is quite a thick consistency. I don't use this during the daytime. I only use this at nighttime because it's quite thick. Whereas these two I can use during daytime. By the way, these two I can also use underneath makeup. So they don't cause pilling or anything like that. Now, this is one of those products that I use directly before my moisturizer. I love it for nights when my skin is feeling a little bit dry, like seasons are changing, or you've been in winter where it's very dehydrating. You've got air conditioning and heating going. This product has been a bit of a godsend because I'll kind of pat this onto the skin, a nice thick layer, and then I'll apply either my oil or my moisturizer right on top. And I wake up in the morning and my skin is beautifully hydrated. It's not dry. It's amazing. Another affordable product, by the way. Now, I also want to mention I've also been using 20% azelaic acid. So azelaic acid, I've just bought a new one of this one. I've been using this since last year, kind of on and off though. Sometimes quite regularly, other times not so much. And that's just because I get this from a pharmacy here in New Zealand. This is 20% azelaic acid, which is, I think, prescription strength in many countries. With this specific product, it doesn't layer well with makeup. So I can't wear this during the day if I'm going to be putting makeup on. I can use it at night or I can use it on days that I'm not going to be wearing makeup. I love azelaic acid. It really makes a difference with pigmentation. It will take a long time for you to see results, like at least 6, maybe 8 weeks before you'll notice a difference. It makes the coloring of my breakouts a lot lighter if I'm using this consistently. If I stop using this and my breakouts come, any mark that's left behind tends to be quite dark, whereas if I'm using this, it's not as dark. The mark is still there, it doesn't disappear, but it's not as dark. And it does help to slowly kind of fade away your existing pigmentation. So I have noticed that. I've been using it since last year. It's amazing. If you can't get 20% azelaic acid, see if you can get from prescription from your doctor, maybe 15%. If you can't get 15%, there are products out there where there is 10%. I believe Paula's Choice has a 10%, The Ordinary has a 10% azelaic acid. Good for acne because it's also antibacterial, by the way. Excellent product. Next up, moisturizers. So there's really only been 2 moisturizers that I've been using. One is from The Ordinary. This is their Natural Moisturizing Factors Plus HA. This is a really good moisturizer. I find it really hydrating. For example, when I use this one and I'm getting that really stretched and tightening effect, I can layer this on and my skin just feels soothed. It feels comfortable. It does have a bit of a thick texture. So if you don't like thicker moisturizers, you may not like this. But I really enjoy it. The only time I can't use this is before makeup application because I don't like how this sits under my makeup. It actually turns my foundation really matte. And so I wouldn't recommend this for makeup, but for every day, it's really good. For nighttime use, it's really good. It also kind of mattifies your skin a little bit. So if you're going to be going outside your house at nighttime, you've just put on a whole lot of skincare, you can go on with this and it will mattify the look of your skincare a little bit while also giving you hydration. So that's really great. I think I'm almost out of this. Next one I'm using that has become my holy grail moisturizer is Youth to the People. This is the Adaptogen Deep Moisture Cream. This is the one right here. This is a beautiful moisturizer. Oh my God, I cannot get enough of this. This is amazing. Every time I use this, I'm so happy because I find that it really hydrates my skin. It even gives a little bit of firmness, which I was not really expecting, but I do find that it firms my skin a little bit. It makes my skin softer. It gives it hydration. It's nice and comfortable. It's also amazing under makeup. Yeah, anytime I apply my foundation after this, my foundation just glides and apply beautifully. So every single time I've been doing my makeup here on YouTube, guess what I've got on? This product underneath. It's amazing. Really amazing moisturizer. And another thing I love about it is that I can take it up right under my eye and use it as an eye cream. It doesn't give me any texture under my eyes. My under eye area can be a bit tricky sometimes because I can get those little white bumps from eye creams and even from moisturizers. So I have to be really careful what I use under there. And I can just pile this on. Like I can go on and put on a thick layer under my eyes. And this does not give me any white bumps. It hydrates that eye area. And then concealer also applies beautifully right on top. That's it. By the way, this is my second purchase. I have already finished a whole jar of this, and I feel like I'm going through this very quickly because I use it at night, I use it in the morning, I use it for makeup. The only time I can't use this is in summer. This is a little bit too rich for me in summer, but other times, spring, fall, winter, this is amazing. Talking about an eye cream, I did purchase an eye cream from Paula's Choice. So this is their clinical ceramide-enriched firming eye cream. This is what that looks like. Now this eye cream is actually pretty amazing, but I can only use it twice a week because any more than that this one gives me irritation, and I think it might be because it has some retinol in it. If I use this consistently at least twice a week, I have noticed a lot of smoothing in my under eye area. I really don't think I have texture. It's just that this actually smooths out the skin under my eyes. So if you are someone who has texture under your eyes, maybe bumps or anything like that, maybe this is a very good option to try out, because I was really impressed how smooth my under eye looked with this product. Of course, I don't get that smoothness with this. This is purely for hydration, but this product really made a difference. The only issue is that I often forget to use this because I can really only use it twice a week. So I generally just end up reaching for this every single time, but I do need to use this a little bit more frequently, especially because it's actually really good. Talk about one oil. I have talked about this before. This is the Drunk Elephant Virgin Marula oil. This is my holy grail oil. I have used a few oils in the past. So far, nothing has impressed me as much as this. If I'm breaking out or my skin is really sensitized or irritated, anything like that, I just whack this on for a couple of days and my skin almost resets. It's so interesting. This is quite a healing oil for my skin. So I started off with, I think, a travel size, loved it, and now bought the next size up. Now lastly, I do want to quickly mention sunscreen. So my favorite chemical sunscreen is from Mecca Cosmetica. It's from Mecca Cosmetica SPF 50. I'm almost out of this, and I have already purchased my backup because I cannot be out of this. This is a beautiful hydrating sunscreen that sits beautifully under makeup, and it doesn't give me, of course, any tint to my skin. It doesn't look ashy or anything like that. It's just such a beautiful product. If you live in Australia and in New Zealand and you haven't tried this and you're looking for a really good chemical sunscreen, I highly recommend this one. I recommended this now to many people, and I'm always getting some great feedback on this. The other one I've been loving to use is a mineral sunscreen. This is from the brand called Invisible Zinc, and I've got the medium tint. This is SPF 50. Now I can't use this under foundation because the texture of this is quite thick. This really only works as a standalone product, but I don't always want to wear a chemical sunscreen. So on days that I want to wear a mineral sunscreen, I will gravitate towards this. It has a nice, almost golden tint to it that looks quite good on my skin tone. I will say that if you're darker than me, I don't think this is going to work for you. I think this will look ashy on you. This is how it looks on me. That's it. So I think if you're deeper than me, I don't think this is going to work. But if you are around my skin tone, I've really enjoyed this product. I think this has already become a very long video, so I quickly want to mention what I do for skin prep. So if I'm going to be putting makeup on, I first of all go in with a serum, so whatever serum that I'm currently using at the moment, that's the 10% niacinamide. Obviously cleanse my face, and I'll first apply this product. Then I'll go in with my hydrating serum, which is the Nini Organics. Sometimes I will use COSRX instead. And after that, I will go in with my moisturizer. If I'm applying makeup at nighttime and I don't need to use sunscreen, I just use this moisturizer, but I put on a nice thick layer and I let that soak in, and then apply maybe another layer because I want my skin to be really hydrated before I apply my foundation. And that's generally my skin prep routine. The routine just changes slightly for daytime if I'm going to be going out. In that scenario, I and use my serum, which is that 10% niacinamide. Then Some days I'll use the hydrating serum, but other days I'll just use a little bit of this and then just go in with my SPF. This is quite hydrating, and so I find that I don't need a lot of hydrating products. What works really well for me is just a teeny tiny bit of this and a lot of this product, and I'm good to go. Makeup applies beautifully on top. I feel like this also just makes my foundation last a little bit longer as well. Great product. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I have received so many requests for a skincare update, so here it is. If you have any questions, pop them in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in my next video. See ya.